these tricky masks. Well, welcome everyone. Unity's World Day of Prayer. This has been I meant to look up how many years. It has been a tradition for a very, very long time for Unity ministries all over the world to gather to celebrate throughout this day, usually this evening with a service. It begins the night before, so at Unity Village, you can still go back and probably watch their live stream service from last night. So this 24 hours just absolutely infused with prayer. How about I step away there? How's that? Step away from the lectern. So this evening we want to start out with, guess what? Prayer! What a great idea, novel idea, huh, for World Day of Prayer. And we like to share the official World Day of Prayer guiding video. This is the voice of the Vice President of Silent Unity, Linda Martella-Whitsitt. Many of you are familiar with her. We've studied a couple of her books. In fact, we are right now, the Divine Audacity book in our 12 Powers class. So sit back and enjoy this guiding prayer from the headquarters.
No matter the circumstances, all is well with my soul. In this holy moment, I pause to breathe and open. I open my mind to know the nature of God.
Well, here's the thing.
And
we can send that
nature.
prayer to you.
I open
and
my
we can have a live
to
prayer. How about
experience
that?
the silent yet certain reality.
All right. Let's just take a moment to feel ourselves grounded in this time, in this place, in this holy ground that is Unity of Walnut Creek, that is this land that we so appreciate and celebrate, and we want to acknowledge the land that we stand upon, which is Bay Miwok land and Yukot's land and Ohlone land. For our ancestors, for all the plant life and the animal life, for all life itself, we give thanks. For we know that those that came before us and those that come from this time and place are blessed. So we take a moment now here in this presence, present and presence, in this holy divine presence, to feel the grounding that is both beneath our feet and the sacred ground we've just acknowledged, but also the grounding that is within us. The centering of the divine that emanates from us, that fulfills our every need. So whatever prayer intentions we may bring this evening, whether they are for health and wholeness, harmony, guidance, prosperity, for ourselves, our families, or those we love around us. Or maybe our prayers tonight are also for people in distant lands, places, and people we've never seen or met before. So we thank you, Spirit, for gathering us together to be able to celebrate in prayer and to hold space in prayer for those we love, for those with whom we are intending the highest and best good, and for our very world itself. And so it is. So let's have an opening song, shall we? Our theme tonight for World Day of Prayer and for all of World Day of Prayer is no matter the circumstances, all is well with my soul. Seems pretty timely, doesn't it? So Lisa and Tyler are going to start us off on a...
All in my mind.
you. Well, many of you know our poet laureate here at Unity is David Peterson. Much like we often talk about James Dillett Freeman as being the poet laureate of all of Unity, I feel like David Peterson sort of stepped into that role here in our community. So yeah. So he has a beautiful poem to start off our meditation time called Lasting Enlightenment. Let's listen.
Lasting enlightenment. Our planet's clear. Everything's been decluttered. No casts, no sacrifices. Scared and sacred. Blessed with the order of our new world. Every creature, every child has a soul. Let life live. Become vibrant, unfurled, finding its peace, power, wisdom, wonder with every day. The structure of life. I'm happy being part of the chain, having a consciousness, sacrificing for one another, whole with the divine reflection. No crises, all opportunity. All's well. All is well.
All is well. I can rest. I am safe. All is well. All is well. I can rest in my soul. All is well. 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 I can rest. I am safe. All is well. All is well. I can rest in my soul. All is well. 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 I can rest. I am safe. All is well.
So we take these moments to rest in this knowing that all is indeed well. And no matter what is going on in the world around us, that there is this essence within us that calms us, that guides us, that directs us. So with every breath, we relax into this knowing. With every breath, we are reassured of the faith from within us, the rock upon which all things happen in our lives. No matter the circumstances, all is well. So let's allow that affirmation to be ours during this silent time. No matter the circumstances, all is well. Perhaps even inviting into this divine space within you as you feel more and more centered, the difficult, the challenging, the painful. And to breathe deeply into the knowing that no matter the circumstances, all is well in the silence. More and more, this truth seeps into our souls, that all is well. The stronger we become for our own everyday lives and for the ability to share this truth with others all around us. To carry that confident knowing that all is well. As we greet the people around us who may be feeling off center, uncertain. Our very presence is a reminder that all is well. A knowing of our oneness, the greater divinely ordered picture of the universe. When the small things in life upset us, we can remember that this is only one instant in 1,000 million instants. In the grand scheme of things, all is well. All is well in my soul. My soul feels filled with peace. My soul is whole and well, and it's knowing that it is one with the one and with all life around me. All is well with my soul as I begin to feel gratitude for all that I have and all that I am. For all that I am able to give, for all that I receive. The love, the blessings, the goodness of life. Even now, just coming together in a small family of connectedness on this evening where we are connected thousands, perhaps tens of thousands throughout the world, uniting in prayer tonight. To remember as we sit below this cupola at Unity of Walnut Creek that it is connecting with the cupola at Silent Unity at our headquarters and beyond, holding the space for the world. Silent Unity, the largest international prayer ministry in the world, is beaming out its love and its prayers, its blessings as we do the same tonight. And so we send out that blanket of all is well, of love, of peace. Feel that rest in our own souls. And so it is.
Well, I can rest.
So we've asked a few folks from our audience tonight, our prayer chaplains, or in one case, a prayer chaplain emeritus, to share a little bit about how they keep things well in their soul, or some aspect of this theme tonight about no matter what's going on, all is well with my soul. So we're going to start out with Susan Monroe, followed by Jeannie Fuson and Annie Love Villiers.
I have a cranky knee. I can breathe freely. Those of you who may have been at Unity of Walnut Creek for a few years remember we had the wonderful presence of vivacious Reverend Sheila Goutreau. And she used to have a wonderful saying about being willing. Just be, if you're not willing, be willing to be willing to be willing. So I was looking through this booklet that I got from Unity about prayer, the power of prayer, and this article jumped out at me. It's called Becoming Willing by Reverend David Bryan Adams. Affirmative prayer has the power to change our perception of current experiences. That's very valuable right now. It grounds us in the present such that we open ourselves to new possibilities for the future. But how might affirmative prayer bring lasting peace to relationships from our past? How might the power to transform our thinking through prayer become the catalyst for growth from past pain? My biological father, this is the author's story, my biological father passed away in 2008. He had left our family when I was a child, and we did not speak again for 30 years. The few times we spoke after I reached out brought a bit of peace to that experience. It was not until he passed that I recognized how much remained unaddressed. For years, I clung to the stories that somehow I was the reason that he left. I believed his departure meant I was flawed and unworthy of love. I feared trusting others. I was mistakenly sure that they too would see my brokenness and disappear. These beliefs ran counter to truth, but I felt powerless to change them. Attempts to resolve them felt like letting go of a familiar part of myself. Given that my father had died, I would never be able to ask him the questions that I felt needed answers in order to heal. The best resolution I could muster was to move on despite the painful memories that I had been given in the past. I did move on, but every relationship, career opportunity, and decision I made was tainted by the idea that I was undeserving. My healing journey began with a simple question: am I willing to affirm my innate wholeness and perfection and begin the process of releasing any beliefs that run counter to this truth? I sat with it. I held it in prayer and meditation. It flooded the pages of my journal. The question of my willingness remained front and center until I finally said, yes, I am willing. The moment we affirm willingness, the flood of infinite healing that is always available rushes to our aid. Yes, I am willing became the opening statement of my daily prayer life. Today, this phrase represents the first fruits of a prayer practice that empowers my spiritual evolution. The affirmation, I am willing to see myself as whole, over time became, I am whole. Affirming innate wholeness, I become an active participant in releasing thoughts of brokenness. I am willing to be complete, likewise became, I am complete. In the broader context of life, affirming completion establishes my innate worth as a perfect expression of God. In the context of a situation, affirming completion means I no longer choose to partake of the emotional juice it affords. I move on, free of the emotional burden and open to a deeper realization of truth. In my daily practice, one affirmative prayer truly acts as my go-to in moments when I feel deeply disturbed. I am okay. In this context, okay is an expression of acceptance. When confronted with challenges of any type, acceptance allows me to see what is so. It reminds me that regardless of conditions, I contain the necessary spiritual tools to meet the challenge. Sometimes they are at my fingertips. Other times I need to pause and draw from the infinite wellness within, wellspring within. In all cases, I am okay taps into the source of peace and strength that lies within. I am okay affirms that God is at work. I am okay reminds me that I am loved, nurtured, and supported by the one presence and the one power in the universe. Affirmative prayer has offered me the opportunity to heal my relationship with my Father. While most of this healing occurred long after the opportunity to reconcile on this earthly plane, in spirit, I know it is complete. Releasing both the past events surrounding our relationship and the meanings I gave to them is an ongoing journey, one for which I am innately prepared. Affirmative prayer continues to transform my life as I remain willing, as I am certain it will do the same for you. As you begin to explore your own willingness, always remember you are whole, you are complete, and most important, you are okay. All is well with my soul. Thank you.
How do we know all is well with my soul? So I'll tell you a personal practice. When you look to the outside, this past couple of years, there's been lots of suffering, lots of turmoil, lots of drama, and not so much comfort. And so basically, this is what I do to check in and see all is well with my soul. First, I focus on my heart and breathe in divine love and breathe out ease. Just breathe in divine love and breathe out ease. Divine love, breathe out ease. Divine love, ease. And then a song of Karen Drucker's comes to mind. In the stillness of the moment, I breathe peace. I breathe peace. In the stillness of the moment, I breathe peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know. In the stillness of the moment, I breathe peace. But how do we know? Well, in this receptive, quiet place, this sacred place in your heart, then I ask. I look back to the situation and I ask myself, did I sincerely try? Was I honest? Was I kind? If the answer is yes, I know all's well with my soul. If the answer is no, then there's more questions to ask. What can I do to be more kind? What can I do to be more effective and more efficient? And I listen, and then I act on my guidance. And I know that in that willingness, all is well with my soul. So I rest and trust and breathe and know that all is well with my soul, no matter the outside circumstance.
So when Kristen put out to the heart ministers last week that we could speak about something and how do I know all is well with my soul, I decided to go to one of the greatest resources of all. I went to Google. I learned that Satan and the devil have things to do with it. I learned that certain religious practice have things to do with it. And I was thinking about pulling up a Karen Drucker song, but Lisa was singing, so I couldn't sing. And I heard something very strong. Annie, you believe in God. And that's really all that I needed. I believe that I'm a child of God, I'm a part of God, Spirit is living within me. And as Jeannie knows through her practice with the heart math, and as you know, willing to be willing, all these things are parts of us and bring us closer to God. So I figured out when I was very young, when my parents died, I thought, well, what are we going to learn now? So when life, sucks, I look at it and say, well, what am I going to learn now? When my husband died a couple years ago, I thought, okay, well, what am I going to learn now? And on White Rock, and some of you know the White Rock ceremony, most of you do. If you haven't been to a White Rock ceremony on January 1st here, please do. This year, my word was trust. Really? I mean, really? So I decided this year to trust. And I trusted. And now I have a second love of my life because I trusted. And I listened to that God part in me that spoke with me, that drew me, and told me that all was well with my soul. And I'm willing to be willing. And I will breathe in love through my heart and ease. And I think we've got this. We've got this, guys. We've got it.
Thank you all. Beautiful messages. Yeah, trust and willingness and heart. That's all we need. It's true. So let's take a moment to give thanks for all that we have and to participate in our offertory, which is a way of participating and making the blessing that we say, that we're about to say, come alive, right? That this idea that we are one with the love and that we bless and multiply all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. So let's say our blessing together and give you a moment to, if you have something you'd like to put in the basket tonight, to prepare that. There's also the, in many of the seat pockets, you'll find the electronic giving cards. So if you prefer to give that way, it allows you to physically participate in the ritual. But this whole ritual is about experiencing, right, as rituals are, the physical experience of the spiritual. And so the physical experience of our prosperity, which is an extension of this idea of all is well with my soul, is knowing that we are prosperous in every way. So let's speak this affirmation together. And with our friends online, thank you all for joining us as well. Together, divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful.
going to want to hum along with this one. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. All is well, I am wholly divine. All is well in my soul, in my mind, in my heart, in my life. All is well. Let it be, all is well. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines in me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. All is well, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Wow, beautifully done. Thank you. So let's know this truth together that we have experienced from many different angles, and the evening is not yet over. But as we begin to close our time together indoors and move to our ritual on the labyrinth, once again, our affirmation is, no matter the circumstances, all is well with my soul. Let's say that together. No matter the circumstances, all is well with my soul. So for those of you who are online, we want to invite you to participate in this ritual as well. So you'll be with us in spirit at the labyrinth, but while you're at home, why not go ahead and light a candle also, or many candles, one for every person that you're holding a prayer for the world itself, for aspects of the world, and hold this affirmation in your heart as you do so. So for those of you who are here with us in person, I want to invite you to come out to our labyrinth. We're going to light up our labyrinth and light up our world with some prayers. All right. Meet you at the labyrinth.